So I kind of have a janky setup, but I wanted to show you that you can actually cast what's going on in the Oculus to your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Hold on. Sorry. I had this kind of perfectly propped and then wanted to show you that it was the phone. So a little janky perhaps, but I thought that this might be a really good way to like help other people who aren't on here as much, and especially like I know sometimes Angie struggles to get on, so this might be a really good way to give her some tutorials on what we're doing. And to cast, all you need to do is go to the sharing and select the casting button. A notification comes up on your Oculus account that's tied to your phone. You click on it and it opens up this view, so you can see my library page right now, and you can go into another app for them to see. So some apps won't allow casting. Like we tried this one VR experience, the Butts. It's pretty funny. Download it. But you couldn't cast, so you couldn't see it. But if you do it with other ones, like I'll use the Rush as the example since you guys haven't, I think, played Rush yet. You see exactly what I'm seeing as I see it. So it makes it easier, I think, to probably explain this way. You don't get the audio, but I don't have my headphones in, so you might be able to hear the audio in the recording from my VR headset. All right, so like when we're in here, this is the place it takes you to. Now, of course, when you first come in for the first time, you have some setup stuff you do have to do. Unfortunately, I can't walk you through that, but you know, select a name. They do give you a tutorial on how to get through to everything. If you're in the waiting area and you're waiting for like other people to connect, you can actually play with some of the objects that are in the area by pointing your touchpad at an object, and if it highlights, it's something that you can pick up. To pick it up, you actually push down the thumb pad and you hold it if you want to keep holding it, or you let it go if you want it to drop. And sometimes they do things, so like pull it up and click the trigger while you're still holding it, and the things will do stuff. Like the soda just sprayed, pick that up, I can shoot Nerf gun at this guy, the wall. It's pretty funny. But yeah, usually you're just doing that while you wait. So going back to the main menu, if we wanted to play together, you can click the play with friends button. It's going to connect and it's going to look to see if anybody's online that has the app. So I only have one friend that has the app. I would invite him to come join. He's not online, but then we would have our own party. We could turn the audio on here, although the Oculus party works through this app. So if you connect to the party and then jump into this app, this is not necessary. You'd want to mute it. But if you guys are just meeting in there, then yeah, you can click on that and then hear each other on the audio. Going back to the main page, you can do a multiplayer with people that you don't know that might be online, or you can select individual runs. So there's a race, there's a time attack. This one I haven't actually played yet, so I don't know much about it. There's a score challenge. The score challenge is actually pretty hard. I recommend definitely doing a couple races first, and some of them can be pretty easy. And you see each run that has a selection, there are multiple different types of runs to do on there, and it just has to do with like level of difficulty. So for example, like some of them are pretty easy. This one's pretty easy, so I'll just do this as a jump. Let's go. Hopefully, I really hope that you can hear the app because it is pretty cool. The screen might be cut off slightly. Better. Okay. And when you get to the jump point, You can look around and you can see the other people that are next to you and stuff like that. It doesn't do anything. It's kind of cool to check out for a minute, but if you want to start the run, you actually have to look with that white dot in this circle and hold it down until it's ready to go. When you're flying, the closer you get to objects, the more your speed boost increases. So like I'm getting low to the ground, you see that little at the, and then now the yellow comes up on the bar. So that gives me a speed boost when I press the trigger button. When you're just flying, it doesn't increase the speed, but the closer that you get to like the ground and rocks and objects, the more that's going to charge up. The object is obviously to get through all these rings. As you're going through the course, there's usually some yellow arrows to kind of point you in the direction if it's not super obvious where you're supposed to head next. I'm gonna get low here, try to increase that speed. I'm gonna do a boost. I'm gonna try to do the boost low, keep the speed going. If you get too close to the mountains or the grass or anything like that, you are liable to crash. Crashing does end the run, but it's still pretty fun. All right, come on. And as you can imagine, the intensity increases as the levels become more challenging. Alright. And down we go. Try to get close, not too close. Oop. This motherfucker. This robot named Jason trying to give me the business. Not me, buddy. I got a boost. And in I go. Woo! Ramses number 1. And then now you have your chute open. And you can actually look around. It's kind of crazy. This definitely does give you a little bit of motion sickness. But it's pretty fun. And then wherever you end up landing, like there's the base camp at the bottom. But wherever you end up landing, it just kind of cuts out and then it takes you to base camp. And you can see the scoreboard, how everybody did. You can, yep, everybody's giving you the thumbs up. I don't know what, these are all robots, but you can play with the objects if you're waiting for other people to finish the run. I'm just gonna shoot that guy with a Nerf gun. Have a great old time. It's good stuff. All right. And you can retry the run or you can continue and select something else. So this has been a Ramsey Oculus Go review. Please like and subscribe.